This on? Yeah. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Monmouth County. My name is Liz Tortorella, and my pronouns are she and her. I serve on the worship committee, and along with everyone else, we are delighted to welcome Reverend Craig back today after his sabbatical. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you arrived at this beloved place, you are welcome here. Our mission is to create community, transform ourselves, and transform the world. This morning, we welcome guest singers, the Anthology Quartet. They are an ensemble singing popular music in four-part a cappella harmony. The quartet rehearses in Madison and Hamilton, New Jersey, and performs throughout the New York area. And I'm pleased to say you're also going to hear them singing a little bit in the background at coffee hour today. I draw your attention to the back side of your orders of service for announcements and service information for next week. And I especially draw your attention to two fundraisers. One is the soup luncheon next week, see Marinelle if you'd like to lend a hand or bring a soup. The other is the Stories from the Heart fundraiser the afternoon of February 28th. Tickets are on sale now in the coffee hour. Come here, congregants, share some narratives, and enjoy some food and community. There's a pink flyer out in the hallway. After the service today, refreshments will be served in the community room, and people of all ages are welcome to visit with one another. And I think today is going to be an especially cheerful coffee hour. If you are new to us, please do visit our website at uucmc.org, where you can sign up to get all the latest news of the congregation by email. We look forward to getting to know you better. Please put your devices on silent as we enter into worship together, and welcome again to this place of love and hope.
Ba 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 da ba ba ya da ba 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 da ba 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 do here and now. I feel the rhythm starting. I wanna throw my heart in a song for you, here and now. The whole thing's gonna happen. Your feet'll start a tapping and dancing too. Don't worry what tomorrow morning's papers say. Throw all your cares away, stand the place on its head. Paint the town red and take your bow. And grab that champagne feeling. We're gonna hit the ceiling with a pow. And now, hey, let's get the party started here. Ba 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 da ba ba ya da ba 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 da. Don't worry what tomorrow morning's papers say. Throw all your cares away, stand the place on its head. Paint the town red and take your bow. And grab that champagne feeling. We're gonna hit the ceiling with a pow right now. Hey, let's get the party started here and now. Here and now. Here and now. Wow. Let's get the party started here. And get this party started here. And now.
Thank you, Betsy Sonata, for bringing your anthology quartet here this morning to indeed get this party started, because there is a lot to celebrate. I hope you all had a lovely and not too expensive Valentine's Day yesterday on this 3-day weekend, honoring, at least here in New Jersey, George Washington's birthday. On Tuesday, Random Acts of Kindness Day, Our Muslim siblings in spirit begin to look for the crescent moon that will set off a month-long period of fasting, introspection, and charity. Wednesday brings with it the beginning of the Christian Lenten period. And beginning this week, people all over the world will usher in the Lunar New Year, the year of the horse, with its characteristic, energetic, forward-moving transformation. That's a lot to celebrate. Oh, and I'm back. I'm the Reverend Dr. Craig Rubano, and it is really wonderful to see all of your faces. Thanks for being here today. I will get to some of the stories from my sabbatical time next Sunday, but for now, you only need to know that at the community hour following the service, there will be cake. Our congregational theme for the month of February is embodying resilience. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity. And this morning, in a multi-generationally friendly manner, we will center our quest to embody resilience in love. Our call to worship, with the word worship understood as including its original meaning of a shaping concern for all that is of worth, comes to us from Senior Minister of the Unitarian Universalist congregation in Rockville, Maryland, who in April transitions to become the UU Association's next Director of Ministries and Faith Development, the Reverend Dr. Rebecca Savage. Welcome to this sacred space. Welcome to worship. Welcome to you who are joyful and excited this day. Welcome to you who are weary and in need of rest. Welcome to you who are seeking deeper meaning and purpose in the infinite expanse of life. Today we come with full hearts and open spirits to be open to the possibility that what we receive here will inspire us to mend up our tender parts, nourish our waning spirits, and give us enough wisdom, energy, and love to embody resilience with every breath we take. Come, let us worship together.
So today, indeed, is a joyful day in the life of this congregation. During these past months, we've carried the work of UUCMC together. And we've also held a space of anticipation. I'm sorry, this is a new microphone. I'm still getting used to it. We've also held the space of anticipation, knowing that this moment would come. It is a true gift to share the pulpit with you again, Reverend Craig, for this multi-generational worship, and to welcome him back from sabbatical. And on behalf of this congregation, and with deep gladness in my own heart, welcome back. Reverend Craig, I invite you to light our chalice this morning. Our chalice is a symbol of the light that guides us, the warmth that sustains us, and the community that holds us together once again.
And I invite us to rise in body and or spirit to sing together a declaration that if we heed the songs of peace in our hearts, each and every one of us has within us enough resilient love to guide us through the dark nights ahead and to change the world. Number 131 in the hymnals and on the screens. Love will guide us.
have some objects here on the screen. We could also call them pieces of equipment. One is a thermos of hot water, and one is a surfboard. Now, I'm wondering if anybody has any guesses on what our story might have to do with a thermos of hot water and a surfboard. I heard a little bit. Say it a little louder. Environmental. Surfing in the morning. These are good suggestions. Does it help if I tell you that today our service is focused on love and what it means for our faith movement to place love at the center, what it means to practice love? Most of the time, wild animals can take care of themselves in all seasons, including winter. But occasionally, maybe even rarely, there are times when winter weather conditions become dangerous, even to wild animals. The story that I'm about to tell you is a true story. It's a story about what could have happened anywhere, and it probably has, but with different people, different birds or animals involved. But the story that I'm telling you took place in December of 2024 in Iceland, a small island country far north, farther north than anywhere in the United States except Alaska. And it's on the other side of Greenland, and the capital and the largest city is Reykjavik. You can see on the map, if you can see the little red dots where we are, and up at the top there by Greenland, the big white mass, is Iceland. In December of 2024, on a social media page, there was a report that there was a young swan stuck, frozen in the ice, and it seemed to be dying. As happens when someone posts news on something like social media, lots of people commented, some with worry, some with questions, some with opinions, because we know people have those. Is it possible to help? What can we do? What did the swan do to get itself stuck? Lots of worry, lots of wondering. And then someone named Kirsten Langerberger, who describes themselves as a naturalist. I'm not sure if that's their job or their hobby, but I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. Kirsten responded to that social media post and wrote, "I'm on my way with the necessary equipment." And what do you think that necessary equipment is to save a not fully grown swan who is frozen in ice? Very good. A thermos with hot water to melt the ice around the swan that was stuck. And a surfboard in case the ice failed. The rescuers didn't want to fall into the cold, cold water. And Kirsten brought one more thing. Can you guess what that might have been? Did anyone say a friend? Kirsten brought a friend. Kirsten and this friend, with the help of the thermos and the backup surfboard, and probably a bunch of people cheering them on, were able to thaw and freeze the swan, or free the swan. We don't want to freeze the swan anymore. We're freeing the swan, and it wasn't long after that the swan flew away. Now, when we have hard things to do, it's good to have the right supplies, the necessary equipment to help us get it done. It's even more true that when we want to help someone, or some other being, or the whole planet, we need to use the equipment we have, or gather the necessary equipment, or sometimes we even need to create it. And then, when the right time arises, we use it. And sometimes the most important time is right now. And the most important thing is to help. And the most important person or being is the one that needs help right here, right now. The necessary equipment might not always be a thermos of hot water, though I can think of many situations where it might come in handy. The necessary equipment might not always be a surfboard. I can think of fewer times when I might need a surfboard. But I'm going to say that in most situations, a friend or a companion or a helpful stranger is definitely something that I consider necessary equipment. It's so important that we do not go at this alone. Doing things together turns out to be necessary equipment for life. And there's something else in this story that I keep thinking about. Why did people care about the swan at all? Why did someone stop scrolling and say, "I'm on my way"? Why did a friend come along to help? It's because of something powerful that lives in all of us: connection. We are connected to one another. We are connected to animals, to the earth, to the waters, and the air. And love is what helps us feel that connection. Love is what moves us to act on it. Love isn't just a feeling that we have inside of us. Love is a force that flows between us, between all living things. It's what brings people together on a freezing day in Iceland. It's what makes someone carry hot water across ice. It's what makes a friend say, "I'll come with you." Love is life reaching toward life. And when we help, when we care, when we refuse to go at it alone, we become a part of that great, vibrant web of life, warm and alive and connected. May love always be at the center of all that we do and all that we become. May it be so.
Every week in this congregation, we are provided with an opportunity to practice generosity. This is your invitation to contribute to the well-being of our congregation and to our social justice partners through the good works of organizations which receive half of the monies collected each month. Our Share the Plate recipient for February is Parker Family Health Center, staffed by volunteer medical professionals providing basic health services, specialty care, and diagnostic testing through Riverview Medical Center. Assistance for prescription drugs is also available. For those of you present here in the meeting house, the place will be passed by the ushers. Online, instructions are located in the service description box. You may join this time of generosity via text, send your offering by mail, or charge your contribution online with the memo designating an amount to Parker Family Health Center. Please give generously.
Thank you, Anthology Quartet. Why don't we go somewhere only we know? I'm thinking that, in fact, we are already here in a place that only we who make it happen know most fully. For UCMC is a place where we rely on one another, where we let one another in to our lives in ways that can change us, can make us more resilient, can remind us of the truth that we are held by a love that will not let us go. On Thursday, I was reminded of the power of being together in a vulnerable way, listening deeply to one another, open to exploration. Each week that I'm in the pulpit, at least to the end of the fiscal year, I send out on Wednesday afternoon a meditation entitled Together, containing a poem I choose for the occasion. And if you're on the UUCMC mailing list, you receive this in your mailbox on Wednesday afternoons. I urge you to open it sometime and read it. You also receive an invitation to gather virtually on Thursday afternoons for what we call tea time, an hour that is inspired in part by the poem, but really a time of sharing from our hearts. And this week we examined practicing love as a pathway to resilience by reading together a poem by Jennifer Healy, an expert on creating meaning from hardship. In her poem, she talked about the oneness of sorrow and joy, the oneness of light and dark, the oneness of falling down and getting up, that the power of healing emerges only from a wound. The poem understands one's inner life as being full of avenues to becoming more resilient. But one person in the group pointed out something missing in Healy's poem. There was no mention of another person, no mention of the bonds between and among people, no mention of community. And I was glad it was brought up, since that was going to be my focus for this morning. Bahamian American author, activist, and feminist Soraya Chemaly wrote a book entitled The Resilience Myth, in which she cautions us against seeing resilience as an inward-looking program of self-improvement. She writes, we learn to think of resilience as a series of nouns, a trait, a skill, or a mindset that we as individuals have or are supposed to acquire as individuals. But she goes on to explain that seeing resilience in these ways mire us in the very individualistic systems and worldviews that challenge us to become resilient in the first place. Economic inequality, authoritarianism, climate irresponsibility, reckless technologies, the enduring legacies of genocide, slavery, and colonialism. All these systems are complex, global, and mutually reinforcing, and all necessarily point us towards seeing resilience not as a series of nouns, but as a verb. For if we are to effect change, we need always to be resiliencing in lifelong processes of interdependence and mutual care. It is the strands of our loving connectivity and community that will most fully enable us to weather stress and hardship, the definition of resilience. And it matters how we practice love in service of resilience. And I'm going to illustrate that with a parable that some of you may already know, but which was new to me this week. And I thought in its simplicity really brought home the idea that not all ways of facing adversity yield the results that we need to thrive. This is the parable of potatoes, eggs, and coffee beans. Maybe you don't know it. I didn't. So, once upon a time, a daughter complained to her father that her life was miserable and that she didn't know how she was going to make it. She was tired of fighting and struggling all of the time. It just seemed as one problem was solved, another one soon followed. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen. He filled 3 pots with water and placed each on a high fire. Once the 3 pots began to boil, he placed potatoes in one pot, eggs in the second pot, and ground coffee beans in the third pot. He then let them sit and boil without saying a word to his daughter. The daughter moaned, impatiently waiting to see, what is he doing? After about 20 minutes, he turned off the burners. He took the potatoes out of the pot, put them in a bowl. He took the eggs out, placed them in a bowl. He ladled the coffee out and placed it in a cup. Turning to his daughter, he said, what do you see? Potato, eggs, and coffee, she replied with a bit of annoyance. Look more closely, he said, and touch the potatoes. She did and noted that they were soft and fell apart at the slightest touch. He then asked her to take an egg and break it. And after pulling off the shell, she observed the hard boiled egg. Finally, he asked her to sip the coffee. Its rich aroma brought a smile to her face. "Dad, what does this mean?" she asked. He explained that the potatoes, the eggs, and the coffee had each faced the same adversity, the boiling water. However, each reacted differently. The potatoes went in singly, each strong, hard, and unrelenting. But when faced with the boiling water, each became soft and weak and fell apart. The eggs entered the pots individually fragile and vulnerable, but when faced with the boiling water, each became hard, impermeable, and steely. However, the ground coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they didn't fall apart or turn hard. Instead, they joined together and gathered enough strength to absorb the water, and in the process, transformed it into something wonderful. "Which one are you?" he asked his daughter. "When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a potato, an egg, or coffee beans?" In life, things happen around us, and things happen to us. And the only thing that truly matters is our choice of how to react to them. We can turn inward and crumble in fear, or put up our defenses, turn hard, and refuse to change. Or we can dig deep while reaching out to others, and together, absorbing the adversity, transform it into something new and delicious. What I love about this story is that it reminds us we don't choose the challenges we face, but we can choose how we respond. That choice is how we show up, keep trying, ask for help, stay steady. That is what Soraya Shamali would call true grit and resistance, for we do it together. So instead of following this service with potato hour or egg hour, let's have coffee hour, shall we? UUCMC can be a powerful refuge, yes. It can be a place of gathering our wits about us, recharging for the week ahead, yes. It can be a vital agent of change in ourselves and in our worlds, yes. But it cannot be any of those things if we don't harness the power of we, if we don't do those things together. Together, through practices of love, we build up one another's resilience. Resilience is a verb, and I wager so is UUCMC. May it continue to be so. Amen.
There's a bandstand in a small town, in a park across the way, and the night filled with music when the hometown band came to play. All the town folk gathered round them, faces smiling with delight, all their cares left behind them as melodies filled the night. There was a young man, tall and handsome, a pretty miss, so eager, starry-eyed, and the music cast its magic spell. Hand in hand, they were strolling side by side. Now the bandstand is deserted. There's a hush across the way. the children are gone now, gone in search of another day. And that young man, he's still my one man. Though his hair has turned to gray, I remember, oh, I remember that summer night in Central Park, while the band played in the bandstand, he stole my heart. While the band played, I love that bandstand in Central Park. He stole my heart.
Anthology Quartet, thank you so much. I'm glad I wore my Valentine's tie. Thanks for the beautiful music. Thanks for being with us. I invite us into a short time of sung prayer and meditation. So I just invite you to sit in a comfortable position, maybe both feet on the ground, allowing yourselves the luxury of owning every bit of who you are this morning. Sense the power of sitting right next to other amazing and unique incarnations of the universe sitting around you. As you begin to hear Elaine play the piano, begin to hear my voice singing words written by UU theologian Rebecca Parker, "There's a love holding me." I'll sing it through once. Elaine will play, and I'll sing it through once, and then ask you to join me. There is a love holding me. And then together, we'll shift the language to there is a love holding us, as you'll see on the slide, to bring our prayer to an end. So let's breathe in and breathe out. The words and the melody are on the screen. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding all that I love. There is a love holding all I rest in this love. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding all that I love. There is a love holding all I rest in this love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all we rest in this love. We rest in this love. Amen. For our closing hymn, I invite us to remain seated. I selected three 325, number 325 in the gray hymnal, and it'll be on the screens. The simplicity of its image of love being a bridge, joining us one to the other and building up among us the resilience to be strong in the face of a world that often seeks to render us helpless. I'll help to lead it. Elaine will play it through once before we sing it, and please join in as you feel comfortable. I made a one-word change in the fourth verse that you'll see in red. My skills of slide management are still coming back to me. I sort of am remembering how I used to do this before sabbatical. But rather than love ringing the bells of wanted birth and wedding day, we will sing love rings the bells of every birth and wedding day. So 325, love makes a bridge. Love makes a bridge from heart to heart and hand to hand. Love finds a way when laws are blind and freedom banned. Love breaks the walls of language, gender, class, and age. Love gives us wings to slip the bars of every cage. Love lifts the hopes that force and fear have beaten down. Love breaks the chains and gives us strength to stand our ground. Love rings the bells of every birth and wedding day. Love guides the hands that promise more than words can say. Love makes a bridge that winds may shake, yet not destroy. Love carries faith through life and death to endless joy. Thanks again to Betsy, Christine, Kim, Laura, the Anthology Quartet. And thanks as ever to our wonderful and beloved Elaine Held for being here this morning. I have to say, it is good to be among you again. And a reminder, there will be cake. Our closing words of benediction come to us from a UU minister retired from our sibling congregation in Castine, Maine, the Reverend Margaret A. Beckman. Let us rejoice and be glad in the blessing of our gathering.
Let us move ever closer to beloved community, where everyone is loved as they are, fully and authentically the person they have worked so hard to be.
Let us not expect others to become like us. Let us expect ourselves to grow and rejoice in the diversity of our community and seek to expand the circle ever wider.
Let us be the ones whose faith is love.
Let us be the ones whose faith is love. And let us go in peace to bless the world.